All right. Howdy, listeners. This is Ryan Bentz with Drive the Greens with Ryan Bentz, podcast episode number 1. All right. So I'm going to try a little something different here. So right off the bat, what do you guys want to listen to this episode? It's all up to you. Just yell it at the screen. I want to hear some options here. All right. What do you got? I'm listening. Wait, baseball? Football? Softball? Is that what I'm hearing? No. We're going to talk about golf and NASCAR today. So, you know me, I love golfing. I try to get out twice a week, maybe 3 if I'm feeling like it, especially when the weather's nice. And man, this fall weather, it's been very nice so far. Very nice start. Very, very nice. Especially with the leaves turning colors, that burnt orange, that my favorite color, Texas burnt orange. Hook 'em. Sorry, I got to throw it in there. All right. Here we go. Golf. Well, let's talk about PGA. So, Professional Golf Association, right? All right. So, this weekend, there is a tournament. I believe it's in Las Vegas. And Bryson DeChambeau, thinking about getting a new driver for the Masters tournament in November, and he's looking into a 48-inch driver. So a longer shaft, he thinks, will give him longer distance. And honestly, if you've watched Bryson DeChambeau last season, I mean, he's been just bombing him off the tee anyways. So I wonder why he thinks he needs to hit it even longer. He led the golf field with 322.1 yards per drive off the tee. Think about that. That is longer than 3 football fields. So, besides Bryson DeChambeau, Tony Finau, also notable golf player, came down with the coronavirus over the weekend. Yeah, so Finau, he is the 14th player to test positive since the PGA Tour's return from their break from COVID, and which surprisingly isn't that high of a number. As you've seen, other sports have tremendous high amounts of testing positive for COVID. But anyways, Finau, he has 1 PGA Tour victory. Also tied for 9th at the Shriners event, which is this weekend a year ago. And he will be replaced by Bronson Burgoon. So, unfortunately, Tony Finau will be out this weekend. Best of luck for him in his recovery. I'm sure he'll do fine. All right. Now, Brooks Koepka. Now, he's been out for 2 months now. And with injury. But with his return in the Masters within a month now, will he be the favorite to win the Masters? Yeah, that's something to think about. Brooks, I mean, he hasn't been golfing for a few months, or I guess a couple months. So I guess we'll see. But he's returning this weekend, and I guess we'll see from here on out how he does, how he plays. He has a few tour wins. So we'll see. Brooks Koepka. I don't think he's my favorite. I like Bryson DeChambeau, especially if he's working on getting that longer distance off the tee. So we'll see. All right. Off to NASCAR now. Here we go. So, breaking story actually. Alex Bowman, to finish out this season, he is currently the driver of the number 88 Chevy Camaro driver with Hendricks Team Motorsports. He will be filling in the seat for Jimmie Johnson in the 48 car next season, 2021, which is very. I mean, I honestly didn't see Bowman taking the seat. I thought it would have been Honestly, I couldn't even tell you who it was going to be, but Alex Bowman. He's had he has a couple wins in the Cup Series since joining a couple years ago. But Jimmie Johnson, I mean, yeah, Bowman stated in an ESPN article that it's going to be so it is bittersweet to leave the 88. It's been a big part of my career, obviously. Got a couple wins and some more opportunities to win some races coming up, but to have kind of started in a fill-in role in that car and then transition to driving it full-time, the number definitely means a lot to me, but also is an honor to drive the 48 car. Jimmie Johnson says it's going to be different to see the car on the track. I've been at one place my entire career and was there to start this 48 car and help create its history. So I'll have great pride in watching it week in and week out. I'm sure the first few races I see the car on track will be slightly uncomfortable and a lot of emotions will come with it, but I'm the biggest fan of that 48 car and want nothing but the best for it. So we'll see if Bowman brings up some of that magic Jimmie Johnson had in that 48 car. A 7-time champion. Unfortunately, missed playoffs this year. But Jimmie Johnson has been a class act driver for many, many years. He will be missed. But he is moving on to the IndyCar series, driving the IndyCars. So that'll be exciting for him. Something different, something new. So last weekend, the race was at Talladega, Alabama. Talladega Speedway, 2.66 mile track of very fast cars, topping 200 miles per hour. A lot of entertainment and also wrecks, I should say. I think there was a record high at that track. Maybe, 13, 14 cautions and 2 red flags, all within the last few laps of the race. Definitely a nail biter, especially I should say Denny Hamlin won that race. And I don't want to talk about the double yellow line rule, but I guess it's going to come up anyways because Joey Logano, my driver, 22, Penske, he got penalized twice for either driving below the double yellow line on the apron or forcing a driver below that double yellow line. And which I wouldn't say it forced him out of the race or kept him out of the race because he had one of the fastest cars on the track and always was a contender there. But anyways, we saw Denny Hamlin cross the finish line in first and only by 26 thousandths of a second in front of Matt DiBenedetto. Matt DiBenedetto driving that number 21 car for Wood Brothers Racing. Just unfortunately wasn't his finish for him, although he did end up getting penalized after the race after NASCAR reviewed him forcing, I believe it was Chris Buescher, below that double yellow line. So yeah, that double yellow line was definitely a factor in that, or towards the end of the race. So, Denny Hamlin advances to the round of 8, along with Kurt Busch, who won the race at Las Vegas a couple weeks earlier. So right now, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin locked in the round of 8, and Kevin Harvick is looking really good in 3rd. And Chase Elliott, after a stellar finish at 5th at Talladega, is in 4th. And this weekend, we are at the Charlotte Roval. It's a road course. And let's see. Road course. So, Chase Elliott, Truex Jr., and, honestly, just those two have dominated road course racing. I believe Chase Elliott won the last 2 road courses, and Truex, not far behind him, has finished, just incredibly well at road courses. So look for Chase Elliott and Truex Jr. to be top contenders in that race this weekend. You can catch the race in Charlotte Roval at 1:30 Central Time, Sunday, October 11th. Going back to the playoffs, so we see Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch locked in round of 8, Kevin Harvick with points, Chase Elliott with points, Brad 5th, Truex Jr. 6th, Alex Bowman in that 88 car 7th, and Joey Logano is just above the cutoff line at 8th and 21 points above that cutoff line. Now outside the bubble, Kyle Busch in that 18 car is 21 points below, and then Austin Dillon 10th, 21 points below, Clint Bowyer 38 points below, and Eric Almirola 48 points below. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Chase Elliott will come out with this win this weekend, get locked into the round of 8, Kevin Harvick make it on points. And I like the way the lineup is right now. I think we'll see Kyle Busch not advancing in the playoffs. Definitely one of the most unsettling season for Kyle Busch in that 18 Toyota Camry. Hasn't won a race this year. He has finished runner-up a couple times, maybe 3 times. Multiple 5-10s, top 10s. I mean, he's been a very consistent driver, just couldn't find that checkered flag at the end, which is very unfortunate, especially for a 2-time champ as well. So one can argue that he's already losing it, losing his skills as a driver. He's more, I don't know. I personally don't like Kyle Busch, but that's just me. All right. Now, also another news-breaking story. Denny Hamlin and, Michael Jordan looking to team up, create a team, and, I should say a one-driver team, and add Bubba Wallace to their roster. Bubba Wallace is driving the 43 Chevy car, and so I think this is a very exciting opportunity for Bubba Wallace. He's obviously going to have a great team. I mean, Denny Hamlin, I think he's won 8 races this season, so Denny Hamlin will continue to race in the upcoming years, but he will be he'll share the team with Michael Jordan. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Bubba Wallace has been pretty consistent this season. I shouldn't say consistent, but I mean top 25s for the most part. Let me just see here. Yeah. 2020 season stats for 31 races this season. Average finish is 20. So he's been finishing pretty consistent in that 20th position. So with the technology, supplies, and all that race car stuff, that they put together in the garages, they'll have a lot of experienced crew, pit crew, and all that. So Bubba, as a experienced driver as he is, he might see a couple wins next year. So exciting stuff coming up in that NASCAR season of 2021. All right, so that'll do it for this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Trying something different here, spin off from Save Saturdays. So you can catch me at savesaturdays.com on our podcast and a couple blogs here and there. Once again, this is Ryan Bentz with Drive the Green.
tell that's mad.